Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fanie Naude here, and today I want to do something different. Like you can see, setting is different. This is not in my office. This is in our living room, and today I just want to share my opinion with the new lockdowns that's coming in now. Like, this is not something that we really expected as much. We realized that there might be like a new third wave and all of those sort of things, but today I want to talk about something very specific, and that is, do you believe in freedom? So for me, this is definitely my opinion, and it's based on a bunch of different things, but for me, it's either black or white, in the sense of either you believe in freedom or you don't believe in freedom. There's no such thing as half freedoms. There's no such thing as you have the capacity to make your own decisions, but only in certain circumstances. Like, I believe that people should be free. What this means is that they should have the capacity to make their own decisions and deal with the consequences of those decisions. There's no such thing as, okay, you can choose the small things like where to stay and what to eat tonight and all those things. But when it comes to bigger things like, running your business, sorry, but you're just too stupid to make that decision on your own. So we as the government is going to come in and tell you, sorry, but you don't have the capacity to make this decision because you're just too stupid. Sorry, but you're too stupid to do this. We're going to tell you what to do now. And I believe that's wrong. I believe it's blatantly wrong. I don't care what the reasons are for infringing upon people's freedoms. I don't care what the reasons are. I believe either you have freedom, you have the capacity to make your own decisions and live with the consequences, or you don't. It's not like, okay, but just a little bit. Because what's happening now around the world? Now, maybe I should explain how I think about government, because there's no such thing as government money. Government don't have money. The only revenue government gets is people that pay taxes to the government. All that the government does is it takes the money and decides what to spend the money on or to steal it. But there's no such thing as government that produces something. It's all about the people. The people choose the government, they pay the government taxes, and the government decides what to do with their taxes. So for me, it's not about, okay, government should have all of this power and government is all-knowing and they should make all the decisions. For me, I like to think about government as it should be based on the classical liberalism idea of government only. It's only there for 4 reasons, okay? So the 4 reasons are, number 1, infrastructure, because otherwise infrastructure is just too bloody expensive. So we need to pull all our money together and build all of the roads, build all of the sanitations, build all of those infrastructure things that needs to be in place. That's quite obvious. We all understand why government needs to be there, that we can build the infrastructure for a country. Then build the institutions. Now these are things like hospitals and education, like schools and universities and all those sort of things. Yeah, it costs a lot of money, and it's definitely something that should be in place for a country to exist. Then national defense, because no foreign invaders could come in. And finally, upholding contracts, protection of private property, and then enforcing the common law. Now, that's the only reason government should exist. Why? Because all of the rest is sorted out by people, normal institutions, companies that come together, a group of people that forms an organization to do certain things. We should not give government more power than those 4 things. Because once the government decides, okay, but now, sorry, but there's some sickness or there's this pandemic, so what we're going to do now is we're going to control your personal life. We're going to tell you, you cannot go out and enjoy a meal. We're going to tell you, you cannot go out and buy a drink. We're going to tell you, you cannot run your business because, sorry, the repercussions of this is just too big. You are not allowed to eat. You cannot eat now, you cannot run your business and produce income for you and your employees because, sorry, you're just too stupid to make that decision. You're not allowed to eat. Sorry, but this is just how it is. We're protecting people's lives. Okay? Now, I don't care about that. I really do not care if what the reasons are for infringing upon people's rights and people's freedoms. Like, this is not something that's negotiable. It's not like, okay, but now suddenly there's a pandemic, so now the government should control our lives. There's nothing like that. This is so frustrating for me to think about, okay, but now suddenly the people are thinking, but no. Like, we can make our own decisions. Like, I have the capacity to know when to social distance and I know when to run my business, but those other people, no, we should protect ourselves against the stupid people because the stupid people are going to take over and they're not going to social distance. They're not going to wear their masks. They're going to run their businesses. And oh man, all of those stupid people, no, the government should come in and close those people's businesses. The government should tell those people what to do. Like, how ignorant, how arrogant, I can't believe people would do that. I can't believe people would go and say, no, I am the smart one. I'm this superhuman being of being able to make my own decisions. But the other people, no, the government should control them. Government should control those stupid people because somehow the government got it right to just manipulate the entire population, that we fight against each other because now, oh, no, that guy's not wearing a mask. He's the problem. No, the people are not the problem here. The government's the problem here. You cannot come in and tell me to close my business just cause, It's just like, oh no, we're protecting lives. There's people dying from flu, from cancer, from car accidents. Are you going to close the roads because people die on the roads? Like, why do you think this COVID is such a big thing around the world? Because it's a massive overreach of government going in and taking away people's freedoms. That's what it comes down to. This is not something about, okay, we're going to protect all of these people. There's more people dying on the roads than dying of COVID. Are you going to close the roads? No. Are you going to report every single night that there was 3,000 people died on the roads today? Why are the people not so paranoid to climb in the car and drive somewhere? Because there's more people dying from that. Now suddenly there's this pandemic. The government saw its opportunity to say, okay, we know that you as an individual are very smart and you can make your own decisions. But we want to protect you from all the stupid people that cannot make their own decisions. So what we're going to do now is put in some regulations that make absolutely no sense. And we're going to put in a bunch of rules that have absolutely no effect on this pandemic so that we protect you from the stupid people. And that's basically what it comes down to, is they have a belief that there's a certain amount of people that don't have the capacity to make their own decisions. That's what this is. Like, if you limit people, if you put in regulations for people to follow because you are protecting people, it's because you believe that some people don't have the capacity to make their own decisions. How can you do this? Either you're free or you're not free. There's not, okay, this group of people, they have the capacity to make decisions so they can be free, but these people that's just too stupid, sorry, they cannot make their own decisions. Like, how can you do this? Like, I can't believe people just accept this. How do you just accept, okay, sorry, I'm not supposed to eat now? Like, no, the government is all-knowing. They said I'm not allowed to work. They said I'm not allowed to do this. And now suddenly, okay, I can't eat, so I'm just going to die now. Like, why do you think the crime is going through the roof? Why do you think the people are starving? Why do you think depression in suicide and all of those numbers are so up? Why do you think all of that things are happening? Because there's this government that decides those people are unimportant. Those people are unimportant. They're not essential. Because suddenly there's such a thing as essential work, essential workers, essential jobs. How do you tell someone that's just a normal guy doing a job, having a company, having a small business, and you tell that person, sorry sir, your job is not essential. So we're going to protect other people's lives from you doing your work. So I don't care, but sorry, you're not going to eat. You're not going to eat because you cannot do your job. We're going to tell you should close your business. And if you don't have money for food, well, tough luck. Sorry, but you don't have the capacity to make your own decisions. How can you do this? Like, I know I'm ranting here, but this is really like, it's a global overreach of government power just telling people that they're stupid to make their own decisions. When are people going to wake up and realize that the enemy is not your neighbor? The enemy is not this small business down the road that's trying to open his doors and trying to feed their family. That's not the enemy here. The enemy is the people that believe that there's a certain group of people that don't have the capacity to make their own decisions. We are all adults. We can make our own decisions. If I decide today to go out and touch everybody I see and get sick, it's because my decisions. It's my decisions that I need to live with those consequences. I don't need a government to tell me what to do and what not to do. Like, that's not something that I believe they should be doing. They should be building the roads. They should be building the institutions, upholding contracts, and providing some national defense. They should not be overreaching like this. Like, this is so frustrating for me that people don't just rebel against the government and tell them no. Like, just no. There's no way. Like, I need to eat. I need to run my business. Like, I need to have a job. I cannot just sit at home and starve to death, because that's the reality for hundreds of thousands of people in South Africa at this very moment. They don't have money to eat. And you're telling them, no, sorry, we're going to restrict it even more. We're going to restrict the economy even more because there's certain people that just are just too stupid to make their own decisions. I don't know. Am I the only one that feels this way? Am I the only one that believes government is overreaching? And sorry, but I believe that every single person has the capacity to make their own decisions. If those decisions lead to their death, it's the consequences they need to live with or not live with. We are not here to baby everybody and tell them, sorry, but you're just too stupid. If you make your own decisions, there's a chance that you might die. So we are going to just believe everything. We're just going to just control everything for you, because otherwise you might die. And the consequences are you really might die, but that's the risk every single person stands up with every single day. Every single day you have a chance of dying, of a taxi hitting you or a car accident hitting you, you're getting cancer, all of those sort of things. It's everyday risk. You cannot just suddenly control everybody because there's a new sickness and now you're saying, oh, sorry, everybody should just listen to us, otherwise there's a chance that you might die. Like, there's inherent risk of living. That's, I don't know. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that's feeling this way at this moment? Because right now I just wanted to rant and I wanted to express my opinion on this, because I believe that people should be free and governments should not infringe upon your freedom. They should not, under any circumstances. Under any circumstances. Like, it's either freedom or it's not. And right now it's feeling like not. So tell me, is there other people that feel the same way?